Hey, this is Matt from Educraft.org, your Minecraft guy. Okay, so last video I did a whole thing on what to do if you have Windows and how to install all your stuff. And you might be going, "Oh, Matt, I'm a Mac user." Well, don't worry, fam, I got you back. Okay, so you download the same stuff. You got to download the Java Development Kit. You got to download the Java Runtime Environment, and you got to download Eclipse. And all those websites have their own thing for if you're a Mac user. So if you use Mac, you just select the Mac options. Okay? And so really the only difference at this point is, number one, you don't have to do anything about environment variables. So anything you saw in the last video about environment variables, that's not you. Something about iOS having actual developer tools. Yeah, I know. I'm a Windows guy all my life, but lately I've been seeing the benefits of. Anyway, really the only difference is how you type in the Gradle commands. So this video will mostly be about that. So yeah, Gradle commands.
So you're going to move Forge onto your desktop. It's the easiest place to keep it, just for now. It's easy to find. And then you're going to use an interface. If you go to your applications and scroll all the way down to utilities, it's called the terminal. Maybe you've used it before. And you're going to type in some commands. So right now you're in your home directory. The desktop is really close. You just type cd space desktop, and then you use the /. Oops. Oh, I recorded this earlier. I did the backslash. Okay, there we go. You're going to do the / forge. And now you're going to be in the forge folder. Okay, and you're going to want to enter some commands that will set up your environment. And you do // to initiate some of these commands. That's like run this. But first we want to take ownership of the file. So you type chmod space +x Gradle W. Now you can run that file because you've taken ownership of it. Okay, so now / Gradle W space, then setup decomp workspace. The D and the W have to be capital. This is case sensitive. If they're not capital, they won't work. Okay, there we go. We're getting that Gradle. And it says build successful. This one only took 3 minutes. They can take up to 20 minutes depending on the system you're running and how fast your computer is. Alright, so it's time to move on to the next command, / Gradle W Eclipse. And you hit enter. This won't take as long. This is a shorter command, but you still might have to wait a few minutes.
Alright, and I hope this doesn't get too confusing, but I don't have a Mac at home, and so I have limited access to one, and so the next step of the tutorial will just show you what to do, and I'm going to use a Windows computer, but the steps are the same. You run Eclipse, and how you get your Minecraft files is exactly the same. So just watch this and copy it on your Mac, and don't be thrown off by the fact that it's on a Windows computer. So when you first run Eclipse, it's going to take you to this screen. Your select a workspace thing. You're going to have to find your directory, your folder where you have Forge, and your Eclipse folder that is in your Forge directory. Whether you have a Windows or a Mac, either one, it's going to have that. And so you go to that and you click OK. And if you want, you check that box that says set default directory, and if you don't want to deal with this every single time you run Eclipse, and all your stuff should be there. So that's what's required if you run a Mac to set up Eclipse. You download the same stuff you do for Windows, only you get the DMG files. You click, oh, I run a Mac and I don't run a Windows computer, and you get the files you need, and then you install them. And the major difference is you don't have to worry about environment variables, and then your Gradle commands are a little bit different. You have to type a / or bash or something in front of them, as opposed to just typing Gradle W the way you do in Windows, which I know that might seem easier, but when it comes to generally using a command prompt, there are arguments to be made for both sides. Anyway, that's it. You should be able to continue modding if you've already started, and that's what you need to start modding to get your workspace going if you haven't. So next video is going to be about how to set up your modded environment, how to create the classes, how to start using Eclipse, and hopefully you'll want to follow along with that, or just I'll put up some files you can download that if you don't want to worry about all of that, you can just have a starting point that I'll give you. Anyway, that's it for now. This is Educraft, and I'm Matt, and good luck.